Aaron Rodgers is going to be upset for overreacting too much. Look, it's not an overreaction. He is set up 9 touchdown passes through his first 2 games. That puts him on pace for 77 touchdowns. I looked it up. That would be a record. I doubt he holds that pace, but the group around him is such that he is set up for success at an entirely different level.
All right, let's try the next one. John Gruden and the Raiders have finally figured things out. Is that an overreaction?
I think for now it is an overreaction. They've played extremely well. We like everything we've seen from them. The problem is, since Gruden got back there in the current Gruden tenure, they have not finished seasons well. They're 5-10 in December and January games under Gruden this second time around. So we've got to see it hold up over the course of a season. So far, so good, but it's an overreaction to say they've solved their problem, because one of their problems is finishing season.
All right, let's do one more. If I said the Cowboys are the NFC East favorites again, what would that be?
That's not an overreaction. Look, if you like the Cowboys coming into the season, they haven't given you any reason not to like them. They've looked good in both games. They've got solid offensive game plans in both games. Obviously, they lost a tough one to the Buccaneers in week 1, but you probably didn't have them winning that one anyway. I'm going to pick a different team in the NFC East every single week this year. I think that's the right way to approach this division. I think the Cowboys are as good a bet as any.
Well, let's talk about them a little more. Off that nice road win in L.A. on Sunday, but it did not come without controversy. You know what happened at the very end with a timeout in his pocket. Mike McCarthy opting to bleed the clock down to 4 seconds and settle for a 56-yard field goal to win it. Here's McCarthy yesterday trying to further explic the inexplicable.
The crew in the box, we were anticipating them calling a timeout there. But then we had to, one of our guys went outside the numbers. And so at that point, we got to this 17-second threshold. And that's when I've just never seen that happen. The clock that I was looking at went out, and then Kellen was blocked by the clock he said he was looking at. Next thing you know, there's 9 seconds left. But we got it done.
Do you follow the clock on the overhead board, or does it change?
Not anymore.
What? I mean, only thing that was missing from that is what had happened was, like, you could feel the lie just spilling out. And if I was a player, like, first you want accountability. Just stand up and say, my bad, guys. Won't happen again. Because we make mistakes, and that's what you expect from us. So, like, those poor guys had Jason Garrett. Now they got this fiasco. I hope they get a coach in there that is properly prepared for every situation.
I mean, there's clocks all over the place. There's no way a camera guy blocked off a coach. Those benches are you see the lines drawn. If a camera guy wanders over one of those yellow lines, they're going to tackle him. I'm just not buying it from Mike McCarthy. And my other question is, like, he's not calling the offense. He's not calling the defense. If he's not watching the clock, it's like remember Office Space. Like, what would you say you do here exactly? I mean, like, so I don't get it.
I've been waiting for 48 hours to ask Marcus Spears, my beloved former Cowboy, his perspective on the way the clock management was handled at the end of the game on Sunday.
Liars lie, G. And that's what Mike McCarthy is doing right now with this camera situation. Listen, these dudes were in a $2 billion, $3 billion stadium. It's another damn clock in the stadium. $5 billion stadium. It's another damn clock in the stadium. I'm looking at the game. I'm thinking to myself, is Mike McCarthy trying to go to overtime? What the hell is he doing? Does he want to see the team play some more? I could not, for the life of me, understand what was happening in this moment. I really thought, fellas, it was a clock malfunction. I was like, did the clock just skip 10 seconds? Like, did something happen in the stadium where the clock just malfunctioned? No, the clock didn't malfunction. Mike McCarthy brain glitched. It just glitched in the most important time of the damn game. He just lost his coaching status in that moment. Here's what I will say, though. As mad as I was about that, Mike McCarthy has this team looking good, and I don't know if I don't know if this clock situation is going to overtake the fact that the Dallas Cowboys look 100 times better than they looked last year. And I know it was a lot of extenuating circumstances, but the bottom line is your clock management better not cost my damn team a game at some point during the year. Yeah. So hopefully this is the mess up that transpired, and it's the end of it. We need clocks on our wrists. We need clocks around our neck. We need clocks everywhere when the Dallas Cowboys play, because obviously nobody on that coaching staff clock was working.
That's fair. That said, Marcus, let's get to your second and perhaps in the big picture, much more important point. I'm just going to say 2 words, and you give me your reaction. Micah Parsons.
Ooh, top 10 defensive player in the league right now as a rookie. And the fact that he was able to go out and play defensive end and have more pressures in this game than Bosa against an offensive line that we lauded with the LA Chargers on how they did last week. This dude is unreal. Now, I heard talk about moving him to defensive end. You better not damn do it. You better leave him in the middle of this defense with the range, with the speed. Did y'all see that man close on Justin Herbert? Now, that was a bad call by the refs, but did y'all see the athleticism? And you, listen, people have no idea how hard it is to go from stand-up linebacker to defensive end in the NFL and be effective. And he figured out a way to do it. Top 10 defensive player in the league right now.
There's some guys in this league that are just physically better than everybody else, and you can move them around. You see that with Lamar Jackson. You see that with Jalen Ramsey, where they move him to the inside to get him to be able to make plays. Micah Parsons had 7 pass rush wins. Von Miller had 8. Chase Young has 7. Those are the only people in his neighborhood, and he hadn't played that before. This is only his second game in the league, so I'm excited about what this defense can be going forward.
They played him a little bit at the edge rusher in camp just to see if he could do it, but now they had to because DeMarcus Lawrence went out. So in a pinch, he picks it up in a week.
That's
and
tough.
has a Joey Bosa, level game. That's incredible.
The reality of the situation is that with Dan Quinn in there as the coordinator, the big question was the defense. We all knew they would be a good offensive team. They have looked, albeit they gave up 4 touchdown passes to Brady week 1, but everybody's going to. That defense is better, right?
No, Foxy and Grimes, don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. Let him stay with his damn Washington football team. I don't want to hear you say nothing good about the Cowboys, Greeny. I don't want to hear anything about we didn't expect nothing. I told you 1,000 times before the season started, and you didn't want to listen. You stay with the Washington football team, okay? By the way, Taylor Heineke balled out. But other than that, you stay with your pick.
I love it. Listen, Marcus, we will see. It is a long season. There's a long way to go. But through 2 weeks so far, your end of this looks a lot better than mine. All right, hang on, everybody, because it's breakfast time, and Jeff Saturday's got the pancakes.
Saddle down is a keeper. That is a Tuesday staple.
Get some of this. Get some of that. Throw them out the club. Swagoo, throw them out the club. You see them? 1 pancake, 2 pancakes, 3 pancakes. Ooh.
It is a Tuesday staple on this program. Jeff Saturday handing out pancakes for all those big hits the offensive line puts on people. Jeff, take it away.
Oh, we are about to have some fun, yo. We got some people who got their faces smacked around. You remember what that used to feel like? You took one and took one. You know who's going to start our show? Trey Smith. Kansas City. Look right. Oh, get some of that action. And my favorite part is once he hit the ground, watch Smith finish him. Sees him on the ground. No.
Unnecessary.
See it? Go get it. Go finish that man.
Like that.
I hate the play, but look at the top. Trey Smith. 1 pancake because of the loss of yardage. But look at you do your job, young fella. That's a rookie. He's only getting better. I can't wait to see him as the season progresses. Nasty start to it. 1 pancake. 2 pancakes. Q Nelson. Good heavens.